Good afternoon from Yummy BTV. Wishing you all well, sending plenty of love your way, and hoping your day is going the best it possibly can. I've got two crackers coming up today, right? We'll start with Jimmy HUSSEY, Tommy WISBY, DELROY showers, right? During this time, 1988 in Brixton. When I told you that I was there as a little kid, when I was banged up with Jimmy Daly from South London, right? Frankie Fraser's in this. Who else? Albert Moffet. I can't remember whether Albert Moffet was with Tommy WISBY's daughter at this time or whether it was Frankie Fraser, but I got a feeling it was when Albert Moffet was with her, right? Albert Moffet was short, really short, he was a bit of a lunatic, right? If you get me. Well, really, not a lunatic. He was really, really game, right? And there was problems with the court case that Jimmy HUSSEY and Tommy WISBY got nicked for when they got nicked for that Charlie. Remember when I told you I was in Downsview with Jimmy HUSSEY when the 1990 World Cup final was on? Remember that story, right? Now, DELROY Showers was there at that time. I told you a story once when three young kids rushed DELROY Showers and threw the hot water over him and he moved and it hit his shoulder, but he was still having a go, right? But the argument was this, is that Tommy WISBY was asking Jimmy HUSSEY, does he think it's a good idea that they should go guilty on the case? Now, Jimmy HUSSEY was a man, like I told you, I loved him the most out of all of the train robbers, right? Jimmy HUSSEY was saying that he's never, ever going to plead guilty to anything in his life, right? So, I think Albert Moffet was going to take the charge for Tommy WISBY, but I think there was a cock-up. I think Albert, forgive me for saying this, I think he done it and it just didn't sound right. So then I think that Tommy WISBY was thinking the best thing to do, so we only get a little stretch, is go guilty. Jimmy HUSSEY wasn't having it. Frankie Fraser came up on a visit, right, and tried to convince Jimmy HUSSEY to go guilty. So instead of getting a 5 or 6, they'd get a 3 or something like that, right? Jimmy HUSSEY still said no, right? But the funniest thing was, when they got back, Tommy WISBY went, all right, Jim, all right, leave it like that. But DELROY Showers used to walk around with Jimmy HUSSEY, right? Now, DELROY could talk like a solicitor or a barrister, right? He had the gift of the gab and he could switch from one lingo to another, right? He started to speak to Jimmy HUSSEY and he convinced him, to go guilty. And I was shocked, right? At that time, I was thinking, there's no way Jimmy HUSSEY's going to go back. It works out for the better. And they got a free. Yeah, I think they got a free because Jimmy was in there in Downs with me for that case there. So during that time, all right, so I'll do this story first. And then I'm going to tell you when Albert Moffet, because remember, he was the one that cut the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe, right? So part 2 coming up in a minute, man. I'm just warming up, feeling back on form today. Loads of love. The screen's fixed. You know what it means now for the rest of the year. Loads of love to you.